When I was Rihanna, when were you Rihanna? Was that like a couple weeks ago? Or, I mean...
Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. Bruce Rivers, he's the criminal lawyer. And what he do? And it's gonna react to all the self-snitching.
Hi, this is Bruce Rivers. Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, your very own personal board-certified criminal defense lawyer, and I'm coming to you with my pearl-handled pistol cufflink so graciously gifted to me by the former content genius that you knew as Michael Rivers, my son, God rest his soul. Today we'll react. Here's the thing. When we're in this world of criminal defense, we see everything. And just when you think you've seen everything, guess what? You see something new. How about grandma shoots baby in the head? I don't know. This is a cold reaction. And it's our buddies over at Explore With Us. So make sure you give them some love. They do a fantastic job. And so these are always good for head scratchers, right? So we'll see. Let's just dive into it. I hope you have your glass of wine. I know most of my fans are snooty white wine drinkers. So get your wine together, get your popcorn, and let's give it a shot.
911, what's the address of the emergency?
My baby was shot. My baby is shot.
Who was it that shot them?
It was her grandma.
So now, when you shoot a baby in the head, you can't claim self-defense, generally speaking, unless you've got a really strong baby. But imagine, being a mother, all of a sudden, you leave for the store or you leave for wherever, and you think, oh, the baby's safe with grandma and her six-shooter or whatever grandma's got. How horrible.
Grandma.
Rummy, you don't rape and pillage the earth and think you don't get judged.
Well, if that's grandma's got an anger problem. But I think a bigger problem is that grandma has some mental health issues. And the criminal justice system is rampant with trying to fix mental health problems. And you can't fix mental health problems through the criminal courts.
Taking all the resources out of the land. Racking and killing up the buffaloes, and now we ain't got nothing.
On December.
So when you do that, when you're in custody, guess where you wind up? You wind up hogtied in a chair.
December 9th, 2023, in Liberty Township, Ohio, 43-year-old Mia Desiree Harris is accused of shooting her 6-month-old granddaughter, Myra, in a brutal rampage. As devastated family members rush to save the child, investigators are left with the daunting task of uncovering what could have possibly driven her to commit such an unthinkable crime. It's when she's left alone in the following never-before-seen interrogation that her shocking revelations, twisted messages, and sinister motives begin to surface.
One of the things that cops do when you take somebody into custody, especially in something really serious, is they sweat you out. They put you in a room, they have the camera going, and you don't have any other stimuli. They're not asking you questions. And remember when Miranda attaches? In custody, interrogation. Those two things are present. But can it be said that leaving somebody in a room by themselves when it's silent and having the camera rolling and they're picking up everything is a way to elicit a response?
Did she say anything when she handed you the baby?
She had a smile on her face. Okay. She was smirking.
Told y'all, bitch.
One of two ways that something like this happens. Either drugs or mental illness caused by drugs. One of the things that can happen with methamphetamine, for example, is you can have meth-induced psychosis. A paranoid schizophrenia induced by methamphetamine.
Told y'all, bitch, you at your own game. This is chess, not checkers.
It's 1:50 a.m. when a Butler County emergency dispatcher answers the 911 call of a distraught mother.
Someone shot my baby. Hurry, please.
Someone shot your baby?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay, ma'am, they're coming. Ma'am,
Hurry, please.
how old's your baby?
She is 6 months old. Hurry.
Okay, are you...
Oh, my God, please.
Okay, ma'am, is the person still there?
I don't know. I think so.
Okay, who was it that shot them? They're coming, ma'am. Who was it that shot them?
It was her grandma.
Where is the baby, ma'am?
It's in my arms. I'm trying to hold pressure to the wound. I don't.
Okay, where is the baby shot?
I don't know. I'm trying to find. I think in her neck. I think she shot twice.
What more horrible thing could a mother experience than her own mother shooting her baby?
If I ever did anything good, please get my baby. She shot my baby.
Destiny! Destiny!
Oh God, we have to keep her alive.
Destiny!
We have to keep her alive.
You know, have you ever been in a situation where it's just so overwhelming you can't hardly think? Screaming like this doesn't help, but sometimes it's uncontrollable. I remember when we were on our trip in Alaska, when I went up to Alaska on my motorcycle with about 5 other guys, and my buddy got, smashed, and we had one head-on collision, and he was laying there and almost dying, right? And one of our guys' responses was just to walk off. He just walked off because he just couldn't handle it. We had to remain calm. We had to give first aid. He wound up being okay down the road, but it was extremely stressful.
Mia, who had fled the scene, was seen driving into oncoming traffic down the interstate. She was quickly intercepted by the police.
Make her stop, tell her stop. Step out! On your face, now! I got lethal. I got hands. Got it.
Funny how she's submissive when the cops are there and they have guns. But when she's alone in a room by herself, she's all talk.
Car's clear. Female. 41-1 in custody. Stand up.
And one of the things about mental health is that if you flee, that's consciousness of guilt. If you, follow the officer's commands, that's an awareness of your surroundings. So it's awareness of right and wrong. And if you don't know right from wrong, that's a mental health defense. But if there's evidence that you do, which clearly is here, because she fled the scene and then she's complying with the officer's demands, it's something that can be taken into account later on.
As Mia was apprehended in a state of undress, officers at the station bring her a sweater and a pair of shoes before leaving her to wait for investigators to arrive. More of the earlier 911 call shed some light on her state of mind.
Do you know why your grandma did this?
Because she was mad at us. She's going crazy. Lord Myra, it's going to be okay. Lord Myra, it's going to be okay. Lord Myra, it's going to be okay. Myra's going to be okay. God's going to protect her. Oh my God, I'm baby!
6-month-old Myra was rushed to the University of Cincinnati Westchester Hospital before being flown to a separate hospital for emergency care. Her condition was critical.
What we're doing? You tell me. You recording. But I ain't talking like that. Unless you giving me my money. Because I mean that shit. I don't care about you having my ID or none of that. I want my shit. You can't deny what you did to this body, though. You can't deny what you did to me. Run me my money. Run me my shit. You don't rape and pillage the earth and think you don't get judged.
Her patience runs thin, and it won't be long before her behavior rapidly descends into even more violence.
Judge not, let you be judged. This is not greed. This is right. Make it right. You done raped and pillaged the earth of all its resources and its values, and now you think you're going to take it? It's for everybody. Nobody should be struggling, having to pay mass amount of money for nothing. Y'all leave me here, lock me in a prison, whatever you think you're going to do, I got a story too. Let's go. I don't care what you do.
Just gibberish. Just absolute nothing but gibberish.
Now I'm done talking. So we can sit here as long as you want. And if you keep making me sit and wait, I'm going to start talking. I'm going to start releasing.
While her demands make little sense now, she'll soon dive into chilling details that piece together a disturbing narrative with harrowing implications. In the meantime, Mia decides she's waited long enough.
Playing. I'm not playing. Y'all ain't got no authority. Matter of fact, let me go. Y'all ain't read me no rights. Y'all ain't read me. Can I go?
No, have a seat.
Then what we doing? Cause y'all ain't doing nothing.
We're gonna be in there talking to you in just
When? Cause I've been here for some time.
You've been here for about 35, 40 minutes?
No, it hasn't been.
Yes, ma'am.
No, it hasn't been.
Okay.
No, it hasn't been.
We'll be in right now talking to you just a sec. Give me just a sec.
Y'all watching me. I know you watching me. Talk about it's been on 30 minutes. Been longer than that. Stop it. It's been hours. I know what you're doing. Let me out of here.
With her self-control hanging by a thread, Mia's behavior soon plunges into a dramatic downward spiral, setting the tone for the upcoming interview.
You wanted to silence me. You should have accepted me, but you wanted to judge me, okay? After pimping me, taking all the resources out of the land, bracking and killing up the buffaloes, and now we ain't got nothing. Now all of a sudden you gonna jump the ship and take my shit with the casinos?
Well, she seems to have something against that table. I don't know why she hates the table so much.
Seconds later, two detectives finally join Mia in the interrogation room, though the current state of things leaves them with a less than ideal first impression.
Oh, what happened? We gotta fix this, man.
After the detectives take a moment to reset the room and Mirandize their suspect, questioning finally begins.
So what
No, she could have refused to talk to them and asked for a lawyer, but she chooses to talk to them.
happened tonight? You don't look like a bad person. So apparently something had to transpire that set these events in action.
Clearly someone made you upset tonight.
The world made me upset.
Back at the hospital, the baby's mother, Destiny, who is in a long-term relationship with Mia's son, begins to explain her version of events. As she retells what happened, it quickly becomes apparent that this heartbreaking incident is far more complex than anyone first realized.
Can you tell me what? You said something happened. Something's been going on recently.
A couple days ago, my baby was crying while I was asleep, and she woke me up screaming at me and stuff, and then she kind of left me alone, and then later that day, she was saying, I tried her, and she was she was screaming at me, and I didn't know what I did to her, and she came and she apologized and said she was sorry, and then she's fighting demons, and...
Fighting demons. So if you are acting out of control and you just can't control your actions, and it's mental illness that's a result of your crime, for lack of a better word, what do they do with that? Do they just, not guilty by reason of mental illness and let you go? No, they don't. You get put away. I mean, even though they can't put you in prison, you might be found mentally ill and dangerous and then committed to a mental hospital. And you don't get out until, years down the line when you are either on medication and they can figure your shit out or what. But you don't just walk away from something like this.
And all this other crazy witchcraft stuff.
Meanwhile, Mia continues to keep her version of events to herself. However, she won't stay silent for long, and her unrestrained rantings will soon erupt beyond anything they could have imagined.
I'm not talking anymore.
I'm not talking anymore. End of conversation. The cops should be, okay, you have invoked your Fifth Amendment right, basically, and they shouldn't be talking to her anymore.
There's nothing we can do to help you. That's what you're saying? Not a thing in the world.
Other than letting me go and giving me my stuff, nope.
Can I ask you what stuff that you think that we have of yours?
You know what you got in mind. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that. Don't act stupid. If you want to act stupid, then act stupid. But you're not stupid.
The only reason we're in here is to get your side of the story. That is it. Because there's, as you know, two sides to every story.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Though Mia refuses to explain herself, Destiny shares the eerie details from that night.
And then today she was saying she was screaming at Goose, screaming, get off me, like, get off me. And there's no one in my room, like, there was like demons or something. And she was saying, I know you're in my house, I know you can hear me. And then she woke me up and she threw me on the floor and she punched me in my mouth, and then she started punching me in my head. And then
After the attack, Destiny explains that she ran with her baby to the bedroom belonging to Mia's mother and locked the door.
So you're just going to let people think that you're an absolute monster. You're good with that.
I'm not a monster.
I know you're not a monster. We know you're not a
Girl is
monster.
a monster.
Agreed. And guess what story we have? We've got everybody's side of the story. And guess who the bad guy is in their eyes?
Me.
You.
I am. And I'm the one that's crazy. I get all of that.
and she started shooting at the door, and I heard the shots, and I didn't know it was a real gun.
Okay, so since she started shooting at the door, how many shots did you hear?
I don't know, 1, 2, maybe. She started shooting at the door, and then she kicked open the door, and then I don't know if she kicked it open or broke it open. I don't know how she got in.
How horribly terrifying for this young lady. That's her. I think it's her mother of her boyfriend or the dad of the child.
She got in the door, but she tried to shoot me. She was pointing a gun at me, and I was running.
According to the report, Mia's mother was also injured as she allegedly grappled with Mia over the gun, causing it to fire. While the bullet missed her, the hot flash from the muzzle caused visible burns on her forehead.
So where was the baby at this
She was
point?
sleeping on the bed, but after she couldn't get to me, she shot the baby.
You're the only one that can tell us otherwise. Who else is going to? No one we've talked to is, I promise you, not lying to you. I won't lie to you one time while we're sitting in here.
He sold me. They sold me. They raped, killed, they experimented. I'm hurt.
I know you are. Look at you.
I'm struggling. I can barely live, but they have taken everything from me. I shouldn't have to live like that. That's not how my house is. It ain't just about it being cluttered.
So, you ever seen the show like Buried Alive or Hoarding? That is another sign of mental illness, and I fucking hate clutter. By the way, I just fucking hate clutter. But when people are coming in and trying to fix that problem, the people who are suffering from that mental illness, they look at that as a hostile action.
You get tired of picking up and cleaning up after in a house. And then you turn around and you call and you ask for somebody to fix something and they don't come fix it. But they keep going up on my rent. They've been going up on my rent. I've been there 17 years. I go to get a job. I can't get a job to pay me worth nothing. I know who I am in this world. They have held me down and kept me down, and they have raped and pillaged and took everything from me every time I go to a job.
Mia's sister reveals that she has experienced dramatic life changes that may be driving her erratic behavior to unsettling extremes.
She just lost her job last night.
Okay.
Her and her boyfriend broke up, and he told her that she was basically like she has no motivation. She has no hustle, and they've been going at it for a long time. She's going through a heartbreak, a breakup.
Has she said
she lost her job yesterday at 9:30 last night?
I can't even move out. All I can do is rent. Then you want to talk about, oh, we can take care of you. No, I want you to take care of me. You could have paid me.
Now, this just sounds like stressors. Stressors from normal everyday life. Everybody loses their job. Everybody loses a boyfriend or a spouse. Everybody has setbacks. That's not, it doesn't qualify under the McNaughton. There's the thing called the McNaughton standard, where you don't know right from wrong.
Let it out.
As Mia continues to unleash a torrent of frustrations, the worst has yet to come.
I want the back pay, the right pay that I should have got paid. You're supposed to take care of me. Because I was taking care of you. It angers me.
While Mia hints that her anger stems from financial struggles, it's unclear how those frustrations would amount to such a horrific action taken toward an innocent child. However, additional details about her recent behavior suggest a far more disturbing descent into a twisted reality.
Has she, you said she was talking about demons?
Yeah, she's been like hallucinating for a couple weeks. She's been screaming and singing and all this other stuff, and we've never gotten into any type of argument.
So when somebody descends into mental illness, it can be adult onset. It could be, but it doesn't happen, one day you're this way, one day you're that way. It's a gradual thing over time. And the people that are experiencing it, they're like, you're being fucking odd, and they're not recognizing it for what it is. And of no fault of theirs.
Ever.
Why your granddaughter?
That wasn't my granddaughter.
Who was she?
I don't know, but that wasn't my granddaughter.
How do you know?
Because that demon was in my house. And that's why I could not sleep. And that's why I was fighting, and I've been fighting for my life. For the past few nights, I have not been able to sleep. But she's sleeping in my house like a log. Like she's a demon. Her baby in there crying. And she's in there like a log.
So is the demon gone?
No, I didn't get the demon. My mom protected the demon.
She was saying, remember, Malachi, you can't have any babies. That's a demon. That's a white girl. That's a white girl.
Has she said anything like that prior to recently?
Never.
It's a lot deeper than this. I need you to know that this is a lot deeper than this.
We've got time.
This goes into the government. This goes into wealthy families.
How does that pertain to your family specifically?
Because they made a deal with them for them to come over here. And we were going to teach them how to farm. And then that turned into them taking our land and us working for them. And then them building civilizations.
How does this have anything to do with anything? It's just the product of mental illness is what it is.
I mean specifically the family that live with you right now, not your ancestors. The ones that are in the house with you.
No, they just depend on me to do everything.
Buying diapers, formula,
No.
buying all that.
They do that for her.
Then why judgment on the baby?
It wasn't just going to be the baby. It was going to be the baby and the mom.
Like I said, we've got, talk to everyone. I know that.
Yeah.
Why the baby and the mom?
Because they don't
And your
belong-
mom, right?
They don't belong to my family.
They're what?
They don't belong to my family.
Okay.
They're corrupting my family.
How so?
And like I said, this does go back further. I know you don't want to hear that, but it does.
As her accusations and complaints over her son's girlfriend continue, it soon becomes clear that her resentments are not limited to her own family.
She's not trying to go get a job. She's not trying to go get no education. You're not getting in this line. That, not this lineage. We don't do that. We earn, we work. We can't even get our basic needs met. What that's about? You want to keep on making new iPhones and cell phones and all that, and they ain't coming out with new features. For what? And now with cell phones up to $1,300, for what? Look at Congo. Y'all know how they cry. They feel like I feel. Congo feels like I feel.
What do you think she really knows about Congo? Not a hell of a lot. It just kind of feeds into her delusions. And, this is difficult because you wind up having a bifurcated trial when it comes to mental illness. So you have one on, whether the person did it or not, and then the second part of the trial is whether it was the product of mental illness.
Detectives, still grappling to make sense of her motive, return to questions surrounding 6-month-old Myra.
Talking about the baby.
But before we even get there, there's a thing called a Rule 20 or evaluation to determine whether she's competent or not. And it really comes down to whether she can aid in her own defense, whether she understands the charges, whether she can work with her lawyer on strategies for a defense. And the only defense that you have in something like this is mental illness.
Talking about the baby.
What about the baby?
Why'd you pass judgment on her? Is that also an attack on the mother?
My family.
To hurt the family?
Yeah, it was to hurt my family.
So you have a rational motive like that to hurt my family? That cuts against mental illness.
Do you think you succeeded in hurting your family?
I don't know.
You did. Feel better?
I was crucified. That was what I was supposed to do.
You crucified yourself?
And that's what I was supposed to do. They crucified me, so I had to crucify them. That was the judgment, unfortunately. Wasn't what I wanted, it's what they asked for.
Why tonight?
Because I saw who was trying to steal my stuff. The wrong people.
When did you first find out about this?
I've been going through for a while. I've been suffering for a while. I've been under attack after attack after attack after attack after attack after attack after attack. How long? I'm 43 years old. It was mercy for real. I knew your secrets. I know all the secrets. I don't want to spill nobody's secrets and business.
So what'll happen now is, the defense obviously would move for a competency evaluation. If she's deemed incompetent, then the case just kind of, suspends, and she has to sit in a mental hospital until they can restore her to competency. And they do that with drugs and therapy and whatever. But she doesn't just get let loose. And on something like a homicide or attempted homicide, these cases don't go away. Other cases, like a traffic case, for example, you're deemed incompetent, the case goes away. But these kind of cases do not go away.
Give me what you owe me.
You said mercy.
Yeah, mercy.
That makes a lot of sense.
But after I kept getting attacked and attacked and attacked because they was trying to take my life, I went ahead and just said, I ended it. I don't want to fight no more. I'm sick of this. This world is evil and wicked. I went to the church. They judged me. They did not want to cover.
With the mention of the church, the detective seizes the opportunity to probe Mia's beliefs and question her views on forgiveness. However,
so one of the things that cops will do is, because they don't want her to get away with, a mental health defense, so they'll try to poke holes where they know the court might look to prove their mental health defense.
However, nothing could prepare them for her astonishing confession about her decisions tonight.
You grew up in church?
I did.
Against your will?
No. I actually love God. He's a very loving person. Unconditional.
Still?
Still. Has forgiveness. Very much so. And mercy.
Has he forgiven you tonight?
I'm not being condemned, baby.
I'm sorry?
I'm not being condemned.
Okay.
I was already crucified.
So he has forgiven you?
I forgive myself perfectly fine.
Yeah, but we're talking about God.
It was excellent judgment.
While appearing to lack remorse, Mia continues, leaving the detective with a disturbing explanation.
Love covers a multitude of sins. Love covers a multitude of sins.
Did you choose to love tonight?
No.
In her interview, Destiny shares one final horrific detail.
He had picked up the baby and handed me the baby, and I said, "Did you just shoot my baby? Did you kill my baby?" And she just handed me, and he just turned it around.
Did she say anything when she handed you the baby?
She had a smile on her face.
Okay.
She was smirking.
So it wasn't mercy.
No. It was judgment.
So that cold, calculated judgment to shoot a baby. I mean, how does this go anywhere but mental illness?
You didn't give me mercy. You didn't give me mercy.
Revenge is not a mental illness, by the way.
I asked for mercy. I waved my white flag.
You feel powerful.
I don't want to feel powerful. I wanted to live amongst you and love you.
I'm saying about tonight. Does that make you feel powerful?
No, I didn't want to do that. It's not what God wants to do. But you spared.
That's not what God wants to do. Then who does want to do that? So she's saying things that are cutting into her mental health defense, and that's why they want to keep her talking.
Spirit arrived, you spoil the child. And there's consequences sometimes. And that was the judgment. Sorry, but not sorry.
Mia's shocking convictions take a sudden turn, shifting in an unexpected direction.
How fucking cold. Sorry, but not sorry that you just shot a baby?
That's
I know
why
y'all
you
don't
should
belong
be-
over here.
Over where?
In the United States.
Who don't?
Y'all don't.
Who's y'all?
Y'all don't. Y'all know who y'all is.
Us too?
Y'all don't belong
Okay.
over here.
To bring the focus of the interrogation back to the crime in question, the detective poses a critical question to Mia.
Think you should be punished?
No,
Why?
because fair is fair. You attempted on me, and I beat you at your own game. Checkmate. How am I wrong?
So it sounds like revenge. She feels like she's being wronged by society, and this is her way of getting back at society. Seems like a rational tit-for-tat revenge strategy. I mean, not rational in the sense that who the fuck believes that this is the right way to go about doing anything, but it doesn't sound as the definition of a mental health defense dictates.
I'm wrong when you started the attack.
Are you sorry that you had to do it?
Yeah, because I didn't want to. Like I said, I wanted to be redeemed. When y'all decided to crucify me, you already made a judgment. You didn't give me no option in the choice. You made the choice. I didn't. I just followed what you said. So I crucified. And all I wanted to do was love. That hurt me. Because I didn't want to. Y'all killed Muhammad Ali.
Now that looks like mental illness. It doesn't it? I mean, and I'm not making fun of it, but it's just like she's so fucking tortured. And if you're so tortured beyond belief that you can't control your actions, that's what a mental health defense is supposed to address.
The investigators decide they've heard enough for now, and once again leave Mia on her own. However, Mia is far from finished. Her relentless tirade persists as she unleashes a torrent of haunting messages and disturbing confessions.
Told you I beat you at your own game.
When she says that kind of shit, that sounds manipulation. Or sounds like manipulation.
This is chess, not checkers.
So if she's, was pissed off, wanted to fuck with her daughter any way she possibly could to hurt her daughter-in-law or whoever she was to her, and then this is all an act, I mean, I guarantee the prosecutors say, it's all bullshit. This is all just an act. That really cuts against any kind of mental health defense.
Yeah, you thought I left because I was running scared. No, I left because I was getting away from him, because that's an angel too. My son is an angel too. And I couldn't kill him. You reap what you sowed. You sowed it, so you reaped it. And that's the vicious cycle. That's why you say you have to operate in love. Love covers a multitude of sins. You got to be the one that's willing to love first.
Soon the intended target of her speech becomes utterly vague, making it impossible to discern whether she's addressing anyone in particular or simply anyone who might be listening.
Judge not, lest ye be judged. Let people be people. Let people be people. Judge not, lest ye be judged. Whatever God got for you, He got for you. Period. Stop spoiling and poisoning the earth. She don't need to be poisoned anymore. Stop putting down roads, building bridges and stuff like that, building up buildings and stuff. Go connect with nature. Learn to garden. Learn to forge. Learn what life is. Because it ain't in computers. It's not in social media. It's not working a job. That wasn't how you was created to live. That was not the life meant for you.
Her relentless tirade then takes a new direction.
Tata Consultancy Services. Pay up. McDonald's. Pay up. Wendy's. Pay up. Popeyes. Pay up. Jets Pizza. Pay up. Mr. Bill Gates. Pay up. All the big pharma. Pay up. Banking systems that aren't black owned. Pay up. United States government. Pay up. Elon Musk, pay up. Tesla wasn't discovered by you. That was a black thing. That was black technology.
So going after the government, going after big corporations, big global kind of conspiracy things, that's very, very typical in some. I had one client who was just absolutely convinced that he had something that would change the world, and he needed to go. This is back when Al Gore was running, so a long time ago, and he went into a bank and held the bank, demanded to meet with the president of the bank, which he did, and he demanded a $25,000 cashier's check and so he could get to Washington and work on his invention. And then he left, and they gave him a check. They canceled it right away, obviously, but they gave him this check, and then he wound up getting pulled in, and he was found not guilty by reason of mental illness.
Bring back my heirloom seeds. Bring back my heirloom seeds, because I know you got them in the vault. I want them. Bring back my heirloom seeds. I want them. Stop tearing up the earth. You need your greenery. You need your trees. So many things done went extinct because y'all done tore up the world. Y'all greedy. The heart of men is bad. It's not the heart of the woman that's bad. It's the heart of the men in this world. Y'all wrong. I want to turn around and say narcissist. Covert narcissist. No, I'm not a covert. I'm love. And I understand where I was immature in some areas. But once I got here, nah. Once y'all made me go through my rebirth, nah. Maybe when I was Rihanna, yeah. They knew who I was. And anybody that was in the Rihanna camp.
Now, this whole diatribe plays into a mental health case. I mean, when I was Rihanna, when were you Rihanna? Was that like a couple weeks ago? Or, I mean...
Rihanna camp. I love y'all. Y'all knew y'all queen. Y'all knew y'all real queen. It's not until Beyonce becomes Queen B that she becomes me.
As her long-winded tirade comes to an end, Mia leaves these final bone-chilling thoughts.
Rebuild and nourish Mother Earth back to health. That's what this is about. You have to nourish her back to health, or you are going to die. And that was the price to pay for mercy. Otherwise, y'all all gonna lose your soul. And who wants that? Because I know what that felt like. You saw how it ripped me. It hurt to do that. And it hurt to see that they was trying to bring him back like that. Not my lineage. I'm sorry, not my lineage. You have your lineage, you keep your lineage. You can't touch this one. Y'all made it clear that we wasn't a part of y'all from the very beginning. That we weren't a part of none of your constitution. We ain't mixing and mingling. Not after what happened and not the way they did people.
Mia Desiree Harris is currently being held at the Butler County Jail on 4 counts of felonious assault and 1 count of improperly discharging a firearm. The judge set her bond at $1.5 million.
I couldn't let y'all have my son. That's why the judgment came down. I seen what you did to my people. And I can't let you do that no more. That's why you couldn't be in my lineage. You're wicked. You're wicked.
Mia Desiree Harris entered a plea deal of not guilty by reason of insanity in January 2024. However, prosecutor Michael Moser informed us in a conversation that authorities determined forensically that Mia Harris was not insane. On September 17, 2024, Mia entered a new plea deal and pleaded guilty to felonious assault. In exchange for her plea, 3 other counts of felonious assault and 1 count of firing a weapon into a habitation were dropped. However, authorities have reserved a plea to indict for murder in the event that the child should die as a consequence of the assault. According to Butler County Sheriff Richard Jones, the baby girl, Myra, was rushed to Cincinnati Children's Hospital in grave condition and underwent at least 2 surgeries. Reports state that the child was present at the trial with her mother, and prosecutor Michael Moser informed us that the child has been doing miraculously well. The sentencing date for the case is set for October 29, 2024.
Let's just say there's some aggravating circumstances. First of all, vulnerability of the victim. You have a baby, and particular cruelty. You shot a baby, and then it happened in a place of in their bedroom. So that would be zone of privacy. So you've got several factors, among others, just the ultimate cruelty of this. And then you saw that she was found fit to stand trial. So, as long as she can sit there and have a conversation with her lawyer and understand the charges, you're going to be found competent to stand trial. She's so lucky that the baby didn't die. Because had that baby died from that gunshot wound, she'd be looking at murder 1. We just can't make up the depravity of the human mind and the different things that happen. So, word to the wise, don't hand your baby to somebody with a gun. We'll see you next time here on Criminal Lawyer Reacts. Make sure you subscribe. Go to CLRBruceRivers.com for all your merch needs. We're putting, I think we're going to put some more of Michael's artwork up. So take a look at that. You can have a poster that Michael took. We've got some photos that he took when he was in Guatemala and all over the place and during the George Floyd days. So take a look at that and make sure you subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on CLR, BruceRivers.com. We'll see you next time on Criminal Lawyer Reacts.
Bruce Rivers just broke down your case. He know all the charges that you about to face. You ain't coming home till 2058. That self-snitching gon' get you put away.